Katainen and our president Henri Malosse from the committee have had a debate in the plenary. We planned it so the president of the committee get 2 or 3 minutes, and then the vice president of the commission get 2 or 3 minutes to introduce, and then we open up for questions. So thank you for coming. We have 15 minutes, so let's be brief.
Yes, so to be brief, hello, thank you for coming. Our committee is a representation of the civil society, the employers, the labor unions, all the NGOs, and this private sector, NGO, civil society, we will implement the Juncker plan, the investment, Jirky Katainen plan, because it's not just the government. If it's the government, I give my personal view. If it's government, we know all the money will stuck for big program, for big infrastructures, and there will be at the end of the day nothing really concrete to support what I think, and I support totally the Vice President for that, is the ingredients for jobs and growth. That is education, first of all. That is research and development. And that is, for me, SMEs. I come from the SME sector. I myself member of board of a seed capital fund in my region. And we really need, because there are just in my regions, hundreds of small companies, startup, young people who would like to have better access to finance for developing their activities. So there's big hope among all the regions of the European Union for this investment plan. It has created a big hope, but now the implementation is a key, and this implementation will pass by the private sector, by the civil society, by the regions, by the territories, the municipalities, the local actors which are represented in our committee. So it was so crucial to have the Vice President here and to launch from now on a plan of communication to make more and more projects using this plan. I hear that end of April it will start for SME, so it was very great news for us. Please.
Mr. President, I just want to say very briefly that EESC is a very important partner for the Commission in the investment plan, because as the President said, people here are presenting the implementers. The governments are not gatekeepers when, for instance, applying resources from the EESC. It's up to the private sector and up to public-private promoters to apply resources from EESC. And that's why people on the ground must know all the details of our plan in order to make good things happen as we all want to see. So this is the only thing I wanted to say, and I'm open for your questions.
So now it's over to you. You have the opportunity. You have the President of the Committee, Vice President of the Commission. Any questions? Feel free. Otherwise, it'll be a short press conference. It's because the Commissioner has to rush. And anything? Yes, please. And say where you come from.
My name is Stafford. I'm freelancing from Ireland. In terms of what hope do you? A lot of medicine will be, young graduates. So in terms of the hope that this investment plan can give to people leaving college, and indeed to people who want to start their own businesses, and to bring your outlook at some employment crisis, that's it. The hopes for that.
Hope for young people.
Yeah, well, the biggest thing is that the youth unemployment correlates very much with the economic growth. And as our growth is very sluggish at the moment, even though this is the first year when all the EU countries will grow, but nevertheless it's sluggish. And in this kind of situation, the young people are the most vulnerable because they cannot enter the job market. They cannot get the first job. So that's why investment plan is so important, because it tries to kickstart the growth. This will not change everything, it's realistic to say, but it will help member states when they are doing reforms in order to improve competitiveness. Maybe one specific issue from the future point of view. If we manage to create better single market in digital products and services. It could give more opportunities, especially for young entrepreneurs. I have met several of them in different countries during my roadshow, and those startup entrepreneurs, they have very good spirit. I can sense the energy, and I energize myself when looking at them. And they are saying very much that it's very difficult to operate in Europe because of diverse regulation. So that's why we need to harmonize the single market in this area, and it may have some positive impact to youth unemployment also.
President Malosse?
Yes, I just want to say that you create employment if your growth is more than 2%. And as vice president, I run my road shows since my election 2 years ago, visiting all countries and meeting young entrepreneurs, and we had even seminar on young entrepreneurs here. And we see that there is a big hope and big need, but access to finance for them, it's still very difficult. If you're not born in a rich family, if you don't have rich cousins, if you don't have some networks, and that's the majority of young people specifically who don't have a job, they don't have access to a private banking sector. And there is not specific cooperative bank, seed fund, a crowd fund, business angels. And for me, this should be the most important hope and beneficiary to help young people. I visited last week co-working place where I met 20 young entrepreneurs. They all need some money to start up their business, mainly in digital sectors. But the access to these new financial facilities is the key, is what we discussed in our plenary. Is this still in the hands of a big traditional national bank, which won't have any result as the previous plan 2012, because there was such a plan 2012. It has no results because the question of access is, if it was our message to a vice president to say, the question of access, direct access from the local authorities, local banks, small association, if there is no access, there will be no real implementation of the plan. This is our message to vice president.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Coming.
Thank you very much, everybody. So, thank
you very much.
Thank you. See you soon and good luck.
Yes. Thank you so much.